Okay, so this is going to be a quick install and review of the CRG Aero bar end mirror. So I didn't like the mirrors that were on the Ducati. They basically like self-destruct, and I did a bunch of research on what mirrors I would like to replace them with as far as a bar end mirror. I was hesitant, like most guys are, to replace the stock mirror for something that goes on the end of the bar. So after watching a couple of guys on YouTube, I decided to go ahead and take a chance. These mirrors are from CRG. They're a bit expensive. They're over $100 a piece. So when you go to buy them, you're paying for a single mirror. You're not paying for two mirrors. So when you see that price, just keep in mind that you have to double it. So when you order the mirrors, they come in this little box. Within the box, they're going to be packaged like so. This is what you get. It's an entire mirror with the clamp on it. And I think what most people want to do is they want you to file down your bar end. What I did is I went ahead and I bought the CRG bar end replacement, and I'll go ahead and show you how to replace these. Let's see. So I've got my camera set up on a tripod here. Actually, let me try it here. The other big thing that I've seen is that to get these Ducati bar ends off, it's extremely difficult. So I'm going to show you a little trick. So it's a 12 millimeter. So the bar end here is a 12 millimeter. When I tried replacing mine, I went ahead and used this as leverage and would pull like so. But for the life of me, I couldn't get this one off. And at the time, I did not have a ratchet 12 millimeter Allen bolt. So what I did is I took my 12 millimeter Allen, and I don't know if any of you guys have seen this trick, but you can take a standard end wrench. And so what I did is I put it in here, and I took my end wrench and I slipped it up my Allen bolt like so. If you're able to see that or not. And I used it as leverage. Let me see if I can do this to where you can actually see it on camera. So now I'm able to use this with extra leverage to pop the thing off. It gives you probably an extra foot, 9 inches to a foot worth of leverage if you don't have a breaker bar and you do have an end wrench. If the end of it will fit over your Allen wrench or your whatever you're using as far as a wrench goes. The other thing is the Ducati bar ends are at least 3 inches long. I mean, all of this is threaded, so it's extremely long. And you can see they used a massive amount of Loctite on these. So now when you go to put your CRG bar end on, you're going to see that they come in a number of pieces. So all of these come off. This is what you'll see in the box. Is you'll see the bar end, and you'll see two little pieces of metal. What you do is you back this thing out some, and you put the smaller of the two up against the bar end like so, and then you'll take the bigger one, and it actually wraps around both. And you'll see that the end of this has a little notch on it. That notch is for this to slip over, like so. And then you'll take a 5 millimeter wrench, put your bar end in here, And as you tighten this, these things will spread out. So instead of this being threaded, this thing, you put it in, and as you turn your Allen head on this end, it's going to cause this to pull down, which then will cause these to spread out on this arrow looking surface here, this angled surface. So you put them in there. I would get it started beforehand to where it's almost touching before you put them in there. Let me see if I can hold this like this, and you can see how they start to expand. You see that? And now mine's already getting tight, so I just loosened it up just a tiny bit. I put it in, and then I tightened it up. And that was with a 5mm. I just went to where it got tight and then turned it another quarter of a turn or so. It doesn't take a whole lot of resistance to hold that in. And that's how the bar end goes. And that should be in there snug. You don't want it to turn, you don't want it to vibrate, anything like that, because your mirror is going to attach to it. Then when you take your mirror, you can see you're going to want the loop, the high point end like this, to be on top. And the bolt there is a 3mm. So what you do is you take your 3mm wrench, and you'll see when this is loosened up, the bottom just opens up. So you can see it opens up just like that. And you wrap it around like so. And this is another one where you don't want it so tight that you're wrenching on it to get it on there. You don't want it to strip, and then you're stuck with it on there forever. And that's it. Bam, done. The other thing I liked about these is that they ratchet. So you can see that that's a position, that's a position. This is the position that I liked it in. You can swivel this around to where you can change where you want the thing to be ratcheted to. But that's my favorite spot when I'm riding. Then when I pull it into the garage, I just ratchet it up out of space, out of the way, so that way I'm not dragging it against my car or other motorcycles or anything like that. But yeah, that's pretty much how they're installed on a Ducati 1199. You can see I put them on both sides. I found that I probably could have got away with just one, because it does give me enough field of view behind me that I can see probably 70 to 80% of my rear with just one mirror. So there is a little bit of overlap, but I don't think that I would have needed it. I think I could have got away with just one mirror. And that's it. That's how you put these things on. So yeah, with regards to the mirrors, so you can see they're right there at your hand, and they don't vibrate at all. And you get a completely clear view of everything behind you. I don't know if you're able to see it or not, but there's no question. All I got to do is glance down at my hands on either side, and I get probably a 70% view of what's behind me. So obviously they overlap, but the best part is that there's absolutely zero vibration. Wow. Just had a bee in my helmet. Holy crap. again, so on the mirror, so you can see, that's a notch. That's a notch. So when you get them where you like them, it's easy to flip them up and flip them back down. And there's a rubber mount in there. Supposedly you can replace the glass, but they're dirt simple to install and give excellent view, look halfway decent. I'm able to flip them up and move my bike around in the garage without worries about dragging the mirrors against anything. So all in all, while they're expensive as all get out, I think they're worth it. I mean, I want to say I spent $250 total or thereabouts for both mirrors and both of the mounts. The mounts are extra. They're not part of the deal. So you had to buy the CRG end mirror mounts, bar end mirror mounts, and then those are the CRG Aero mirrors, and so far they've worked out excellent.